everyone's kind of in process. And same as me, this is part of my dream, this is part of what I want to do. The last I actually have begun starting to teach the life coaching. I began with the first Foundations weekend a couple weeks ago, which is another new opportunity that's been thrown at me, and I'm very grateful for it. Casey, God bless her, always wants you to claim something. And that was my thing, is I claimed at my 3 to 5 year goal, my long-term goal, was to be able to motivate and inspire other people, because that's part of my personality. That's just who I am. I'm very comfortable in this space. You know, public speaking, love it. Used to hate it. Live for it now. And, you know, hey, there's some people that are just like, hey, no, you're good, go for it. Okay, I accept that. So that is what I claimed, and ever since then, mind you, I moved back here last February, got the job as the advisor here. I was working as a bartender off to the side just to kind of make ends meet, and things were just, it's fun, but it wasn't a career path for me. Finished the ordination process and got my reverendhood, something I never thought I'd do. I've been volunteering with the special needs community out here just to kind of stay in that space of what I loved so much and what I had left behind, and building my business every single day. New ideas, new things, just trying. And back to that quote, successful people fail more. I'm willing to learn the lessons, and I'm willing to fall, and I'm willing to fail, just because that's part of the process. All of these huge successful talents, business people, celebrities, they didn't get to where they were without failing about 1,000 times. There was a story the other day, I don't know if anybody read it, but there was a company, it's OMG Pop, that does applications for the iPhones. They create games and things like that. And they've been successful for a while, but lately they weren't creating anything really substantial. And the guy had said that he had $1,700 in his pocket left and was ready to close the company's to his doors last week. And the most recent application that they created was on a whim. It was just kind of one of those last hurrahs, just put it out there, and it took off like wildfire. The company Zynga, who's in the same industry, bought out the application for $180 million.
$1,700 left.
That's exactly what he was saying. He's like, I was ready to close business, and that's the thing, is you cannot give up. And people will hit those points where, like this gentleman had, let's close the doors, this is what I got left, and call it a day, and on a whim. You just never know who's listening, or never know what's going to take. And you might think it's just another idea, but then you turn it into an action, and all of a sudden everybody else starts filling in the spaces for you. And it was very inspiring, because I had read that and I was just like, okay, so everything's falling into its place. Make your future dream a present fact by assuming the feelings of that wish fulfilled. Wayne Dyer had a presentation, I think it was on PBS a few weeks ago, and I think it was one of his older ones. And he used this quote, and here we all learn about putting yourself in that space, closing your eyes and finding your center, and sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you think about your future dream and what that is, and however big it is, make it a present fact by assuming the feelings of that wish fulfilled. So think of a time where you were really successful and really proud of something that you did, and how that felt. That you went out and you celebrated, or you were just excited and shared your news with everybody and was just on cloud 9. That energy level, that high, should be there with your businesses, because your business is your baby. And as your children and as your babies, you need to take care of it just the same way. It's the same nurturing, it's the same caring. It's gonna have you're gonna make mistakes. And that's the normal part of things. And with this, it's just assuming those feelings so that you're on the highest possible vibrational, energetic level when you go into these endeavors and when you go into these ideas. Not saying I can't do this and I'm not sure. It's go in with the best possible energy that you could have. Even if you get knocked down a few notches, you're not starting from the bottom trying to scratch your way back up. So, goals for today. We have what is motivation, obstacles and challenges, intention versus action. Are you a multiplier? Creating space and setting intentions. We're all familiar with this. Bringing the big picture into focus. That's why I love this picture over here. Is you see the sun, and as a metaphor, how bright is your light going to shine? How big can you possibly get? And bringing that into focus. Taking a part of that today and building towards the bigger and better. Seize the day. We got some empowerment going on, so there's a guided imagery, and we got some songs that we're going to listen to, and in traditional Sweeha fashion, it's going to be in that nice quiet, just listen to the words and let it come to you. Let the journey bring you wherever it's going to bring you. And then we'll survey the results. So, what is motivation? According to the dictionary, an inner stimulus for action, inspiration, and drive for action. Keyword: action, action, action. So, what motivates you? Real quick around the room, what or who, every single day? What's something that just motivates you every single day? Tom?
Are we looking at out or in? I guess it doesn't make any difference.
No, it doesn't.
A sense of completion of actually accomplishing something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seeing that aha with the kids.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they do get that. Yeah.
Okay.
Being affirmed when I'm told I'm doing great or on the right track, that's kind of when I feel like, okay, it's right, I'm doing it right. So being affirmed.
Kathleen?
What motivates me is, I guess, just moving forward each day is another opportunity to get a little closer to my goals.
My motivation is that occasional, okay, that went just the way it was supposed to. That life coaching, okay, that went the way it was supposed to, and I wasn't attached to the results, to the outcome, and that motivates me.
Good.
Feeling good.
Short and simple. Nice.
For me, it's any connection with people that's deep, profound, and authentic. And that is literally play for me. I live for it. I love it.
Good.
Having the freedom and being in charge of my own life and doing what I love, but at the same time, the result of that being improving other people's lives.
Okay.
Sharing ideas.
For you, sir?
Making visions come true.
For me, it's my passion for something. If I don't have the passion for it, then I tend to lose motivation and not want to complete it. So I have to really love it and have passion for it.
What motivates me is helping others and motivating others, and I always say, like, lead by example. You know, what I do today, I want my kid, my family, you know, whomever I can inspire, but I got to lead by example. So that's what motivates me every day to you know, strive and to just try whatever it is that, you know, I'm doing.
And what motivates me is helping others and confidence.
If ever there was a time to be selfish, it's now. And the funny thing is, I can stand here and say how wonderful everybody is in here and how great each individual is and the energy that you bring, and sometimes people just don't like hearing good things about themselves, and for whatever reasons, I'm not really sure why. But you need to be selfish. You need to know what motivates you and what drives you. And the biggest question that they say, and I'll read off of this, is that the answer is why. A compelling why is your best reason for a successful undertaking. And the question is, why do you want what you want? And I got this information last minute, and it just worked into the seminar, so I'm going to go with it. And it motivated by both pleasure and pain. Some people are motivated by the promise of rewards, and they move towards a goal. Other people are motivated by a fear of failure or loss, so they move away from a negative situation. Now, they have 4 motivational questions, which you can write these down, and you can come up with your answers however they need to be. The first one is, what pain prevents me from taking action? What pain prevents me from taking action? And the example is, it may be the discomfort of stepping outside of your comfort zone. We learned that if it's uncomfortable, you're stepping outside the box, you're doing something right. Because it's not something you've done before, and you have to be willing to put yourself out there and be vulnerable and say, okay, I'm going to try this. 2, what pleasure do I get from not taking action? What pleasure do I get from not taking action? And perhaps it's the relief of avoiding discomfort. Three, what benefit will I gain from taking action? Is your goal, is your dream exciting enough? Is that passion there? Is that energy level there? Is it exciting enough for you to say yes? And 4, what will it cost me if I don't take action? In other words, what will you lose if you stay where you are? If you stay where you are and you're in your box and you're comfortable and you're good with that, fine, go with it. But in stepping outside the box and thinking that this makes me uncomfortable, but it's worth a shot, I'm going to try it, you're still successful no matter what because you tried. Whether it worked or not, it doesn't matter. You tried. And that fear, that uncertainty is good. That's okay. So again, a compelling reason why is always what you need to ask yourself. And you can come up with these answers for your questions as you go along, because it'll just keep coming to you. There'll be another why, there'll be another reason, there'll be another question.